Hi guys, and welcome to the Aging Games, where I talk about all things related to health, anti-aging and beauty, and especially for ladies over 50. Today I wanted to talk to you about sleep and how to get good quality sleep. And I think I need to take my own advice because I really haven't been sleeping well lately. So that's what kind of inspired me to do this video for you. I've mentioned sleep in many of my previous videos because as a part of a healthy lifestyle and healthy aging, getting 8 hours of good quality sleep is absolutely essential. And lately I haven't been getting that and I'm really suffering because of it. So I wanted to share with you some of my favorite tips for getting good quality sleep. So the most important thing, and this keeps coming up over and over again if you watch my other videos, is caffeine. And if you're drinking caffeine, if you're drinking coffee, tea, caffeinated beverages, then you have to realize that these things stay in your system for a really long time. So it's not enough just to not drink these things in the afternoon. It might work for some people, but you're still not going to have the quality of sleep that you really need to rejuvenate your body, your mind, your skin, everything. So getting rid of that, it was huge for me for improving my sleep. And now I'm wondering that, I'm still having some dark chocolate and sometimes in the evening, and dark chocolate does contain caffeine, not a lot, but some. And so I'm wondering if that's one of the issues. So starting today, there will be no more dark chocolate. There will be no more chocolate. I'm going to try to be a good girl and see how that works for me. Another thing, and again, this is not something new, I've mentioned this many times before, is getting rid of the blue light devices in the evening. If you are watching TV or if you're on your computer, on your iPad, on your phone in the evening after sunset, make sure that you have the blue blocker on the devices. Make sure you're wearing blue blocker glasses. This I stick to every single day. This is so important. And this will make a huge impact on your health and the quality of your sleep, because what happens when you're exposing yourself to blue light after sunset, then it's sending a signal to your brain to wake up, wake up, wake up. It's like noontime. So it's going to be impossible to get to sleep. And I know a lot of people, so many people that I know, or almost everybody, is actually sleeping with their phone. The last thing they do is, just scroll on their phones or on their iPads. And then when they shut it off, then they try to sleep and it's nearly impossible. So getting rid of the blue light is going to make a really, really huge impact. The next really important thing is managing your stress, especially before you go to sleep. So it's really important what kind of things you watch. I really hate watching any kind of, scary things or violent movies or shows or anything like that. I really only want to watch comedies or funny things in the evening, and because it really impacts your mind and what you're thinking about when you go to bed. So try to keep the environment around you as positive as possible. If you're reading things, don't read negative news. Don't watch the news. Try to keep it really light. Do some meditation. I always put some meditation on before I fall asleep, or I listen to like one of my audio books, like on a nice topic that is not disturbing in any way. And the other thing you can do, a nice hot bath before you go to bed, also helps to relieve stress. You can put some lavender, some nice bath salts, some salt that has a lot of magnesium, which will help. I also use a magnesium spray before going to bed. That can be super helpful as well with getting some good quality sleep. So stress, I know we're all running around and we all have a lot of things to deal with. I know that my brain is in overdrive right now, dealing with the new marketing for my book and website building and all kinds of new things. So when I go to bed, my brain's just, okay, now I gotta do this. In the morning, I don't forget that. And what about this? I forgot to check this. So a lot of things are going on, and I can imagine this is happening to everybody. So how do you shut this off? How do you turn these things off in your brain? And I think that really the best tool for that has to be meditation. So if you haven't meditated in the past, then please try some of my meditation videos. I have them for everything, for stress, anxiety, for weight loss, for beginners, and how to get started. I also have a video on the benefits of meditation. So please do check those out. The next tip for good sleep is, you've probably heard of melatonin before. Maybe a lot of you are taking melatonin supplements in the evening in order to try to get to sleep. I did take melatonin for a long time. I've stopped taking it because I believe that, this is a hormone that your body should be manufacturing naturally. And the best way to get your body to make melatonin is to go out in the morning and look into the sun when it's first coming up. Try to catch as many sunrises as you possibly can and look into the sun, not for a long time. And this is, early in the morning only, not at, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. If you can get up early enough to watch the sunrise. And what happens is your retina actually has UV receptors, so it's meant to be connected with the sun, which we're always blocking with glasses and sunglasses and being indoors and trying to stay away from the sun. But it's actually really important to do sun gazing in the morning, because what happens is this is what sends the signal to your brain to manufacture melatonin. So if you want to get good quality sleep, you really need to catch the sunrise in the morning. This has been very difficult for me because, like I said, I haven't been sleeping well, so I've been waking up really late, and it just starts this vicious cycle where, I'm not getting the sun in the morning, I'm not getting the sleep, I'm waking up late, and I'm really missing out on the quality of sleep that I could be having. The next point that I wanted to bring up, and this was very huge for me, is to raise your bed, to raise the head of your bed 6 inches and to sleep on an incline bed. This is so great for improving the quality of sleep. It's fantastic for detoxing your brain. It's great for getting rid of puffiness, for getting rid of extra water that your body might be holding on to. It will stop you from having to go to the bathroom to pee several times during the night. It can stop you from snoring. It has so many benefits. I also have a video just about this, so please do watch that. It's a really fantastic and easy way to improve the quality of your sleep, pretty much for anyone. And once you learn and you get used to sleeping on an incline, you'll never go back to sleeping flat again because it just doesn't feel natural anymore. Now let's talk about food for a moment. What time you're eating and what time you're having your last meal can also have a large impact on how you're sleeping. I really always recommend not to eat after sunset. This is really important because your body should not be digesting, should not be busy with digestion at that point. It should be concentrating on getting sleep and detoxifying the body and rejuvenating. So if you can, try not to eat after sunset. Try to move your dinner time to an earlier date. If you're doing intermittent fasting or if you're doing OMAD, then don't have your main meal in the evening. Try to have it earlier. I try to eat my main meal. A lot of times I'm doing OMAD, so I'm just doing 1 meal a day. But if I'm doing 2 meals, I will have one maybe around 10, 11, and then I'll have my last meal between like 2 and 4, maybe around 3 or 4 o'clock. Depends also, like in the summer, it'll probably be a little bit later, in the winter, a little bit earlier. And then I really make an effort not to eat after that. And this really helps with sleep as well, because when your belly's full and your body's trying to digest, it's not supposed to be sleeping at the same time. So these are two different things. So if you're having your heavy meal in the evening, you're very full, and then you try to go to bed and you're not able to sleep, then try to move this time around and try to, if you are eating in the evening, then try to have a lighter meal, something not as heavy and not a large quantity that could weigh everything down and interrupt your sleep cycle. The next thing that can really interfere with your sleep is alcohol. And I did a video about this as well. You can check it out. It's for dry January. It was for dry January because we're in February already. And alcohol, what happens with alcohol is a lot of people can't even fall asleep without alcohol because it'll kind of knock you out. Like, you'll get drowsy and tired and you go to sleep, but you're actually not getting into the REM sleep. You're not getting into the rejuvenative quality sleep that your body needs to be getting into. So if you're drinking alcohol on a regular basis, on a daily basis, you're just not going to be as refreshed. If you're waking up with a hangover, obviously it's going to kind of put a damper on your whole day. So try to limit your alcohol intake. Do the 1 month without alcohol and see how you're feeling and see how you're sleeping. See if you're waking up more refreshed. See how your skin's looking. You will see so many different improvements. Now, there are certain things that you can take that can help improve the quality of your sleep. Like I said, I don't really recommend melatonin. I know a lot of people are taking it, but I really trust Dr. Jack Cruz on this, that you shouldn't be taking hormones that your body should be manufacturing itself, because it will slow down this whole process or stop it altogether, and we don't really want that. And like I said, it was really difficult for me to get off the melatonin. I just couldn't sleep without it, and after a while my body did adjust and start manufacturing its own melatonin. But you can take, there are some herbal supplements you can take. There's valerian, there's chamomile or chamomile tea you can take. There are Bach flower remedies. There's one for a sleep formula that I really like. You just put a little spray under your tongue before you go to sleep. You can also, there's these sprays that you can buy that you spray on your pillow with some lavender, for example, and or essential oils that you can use. I mean, these are little natural tools that you can use to help the quality of your sleep. And I think those things are absolutely fine. It's just kind of fine-tuning things and finding the right formula that works for you. For sure, if you start implementing some of the things that I mentioned in this video, the quality of your sleep will improve and you will just feel so much better overall. You will be much more productive, much more patient. Just kind of everything changes. I know you guys understand what I mean. Like when you have a good night's sleep, you're on top of the world. And when you're not sleeping well, you're just kind of dragging yourself around. You're not looking well. You're not feeling well. When it comes to aging, it's like the number one tip. You need good sleep. That's where it all begins. So please try these tips, guys. If you want to hear more interesting tips from me, then please check out the link below for my new book with over 100 anti-aging tips, which will include sleep and many other things that are super interesting. I'm sure you'll love it. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.